OK, so so we can get this clear. You guarantee that our energy bills are going to be less than they are right now in 2030?
Are going to be lower, yes. That is absolutely what we're about.
Reid gets Miliband to declare an on-the-record pledge. Every household's energy bill is promised to drop, something she calls him on twice to make stick. Make sure you like and subscribe.
I just want to take you back a couple of years, because on this programme, you said back in 2022 that when the Conservatives made a big announcement on new nuclear expansion, power stations, small modular reactors, it was going to lead to higher bills and wouldn't be built for years. Let's have a quick listen to what you said back then.
Your viewers will be facing an energy bills crisis, are facing an energy bills crisis, and will be asking, is this going to make any difference to me either this year or in the years ahead? And I'm afraid the sad truth about this strategy is that the nuclear power stations that the government is talking about won't be built for at least a decade. And what they've done is that they have rejected the cheapest, cleanest, quickest form of power, onshore wind and solar.
So what's different this morning?
I was right.
Right.
I was right. I'll tell you why I was right, because
Except
we're doing both.
You're investing in a big nuclear power station that's not going to be built for years.
No, we're doing both, Susanna. I'm so glad you played that clip, because we've lifted the onshore. We've lifted the onshore wind ban, which I absolutely said was the wrong thing to do because it's cheap power. We've consented more solar power in the last 11 months than the last government did in 14 years. And we're taking these long-term decisions, and we're doing it by actually putting the money in. And that's the key thing.
Okay.
We're actually, because of the decisions the Chancellor's making this week, we're putting aside 14 billion for Sizewell.
And when will it be built, Sizewell?
Over the next decade.
Having to face his own doubts, Miliband turns the charge and says he is consistent since Labour now does both fast renewable energy and 10-year nuclear projects.
Right, so it is going to take years, and is not going to immediately impact bills.
It isn't, but it's about the long term. We're doing the short term and the long term. And the key thing here, Susanna, is that my position, you see, is that we need all of these low carbon alternatives. At the moment, we're stuck on the fossil fuel roller coaster. Subject those gas markets internationally, which shape the price, controlled by petrostates and dictators. We're doing the short term things like solar and wind, and we're doing the long term things, and it's good for jobs as well.
Reid keeps drilling. Large nuclear could provide resiliency, but it won't cut a dime from today's billing. Miliband counts on voters believing 2030 is long-term enough. Make sure you like and subscribe.
And you also said you were going to originally plan to insulate 19 million homes. Is that still going to get fulfilled?
In the election, that was actually over a decade, in the election we said 5 million homes over this Parliament.
OK, so that's been severely reduced as well.
Well, the 5 million homes over this Parliament, absolutely we're going to do it. I don't want to steal the Chancellor's thunder tomorrow. She's going to be announcing all this in the spending review. But our warm homes plan, designed to cut bills, give people solar and batteries and all of those things, and insulation to cut their energy bills. Absolutely, that's going to be part of what the Chancellor is talking about tomorrow.
So the nuclear plant's going to take a...
He points to time rather than retreat. 19 million people are still alive over a decade, but the emphasis has subtly changed for the near term.
OK, well, if we're all still here in 5 years, we'll play you the clip, what you just said, and we'll see where we stand. And maybe you'll be as grateful then as you just were now.
I'm sure I will.
The trajectory of energy bills does not look good for you.
By 2030, which is when we said it was going to happen by. And look, this is the point.
Everybody's bill right now will be £300 less.
Up to £300
in 2030.
Up to £300. That's what we said, and we stand by that. And let me just explain what we're doing.
ITV's Double Team boxes Miliband into an understandable countdown. Manifestos for 2029 are simple. 2025 energy bills are not.
All right.
We'll see.
All right. Well, good luck with Sizewell. Let's switch horses here. Everybody knows that your government has just performed a huge and hugely embarrassing U-turn. I just wonder if you were one of the naysayers to these cuts, the original cuts in the winter welfare, who said this is a terrible idea. We shouldn't do this. Are you one of those who says, "I told you so"?
I'm not going to get into that, but look, there's collective responsibility in the government. I think what's happened here...
Take that as a yes, then.
No. Look, there's collective responsibility. Look, what's happened here is that the Chancellor set out an important principle, which is it doesn't make sense for everybody, however well off they are, to get the winter fuel payment.
Presenters underline across programmes that Labour's turnaround on winter fuel means testing is political panic, not financial restraint. Ministers respond with collective responsibility, but Murray's interrogation by Ridge and Derbyshire reflects the cynicism of others.
Decades, and you've already slashed the number of homes you want to insulate. You also said in your manifesto you're going to bring energy bills down by £300. Energy bills have gone up, so how do we tell people a positive story about that?
Well, we said we would bring down energy bills by up to £300 and by 2030, and we're absolutely committed to that.
I'm sure you're committed to it. When's it going to happen?
My position, you see, is that we need all of these low-carbon alternatives. At the moment, we're stuck on the fossil fuel roller coaster. Subject those gas markets internationally, which shape the price, controlled by petrostates and dictators. We're doing the short-term things like solar and wind, and we're doing the long-term things. And it's good for jobs as well. OK, and you also said you were going to originally plan to insulate 19 million homes. Is that still going to get fulfilled? In the election, that was actually over a decade, in the election we said 5 million homes over this Parliament.
OK, so that's been severely reduced as well.
Well,
Reid keeps revealing that the consumer bill timeframe is the weakness, even if the Secretary mixes employment, security and climate into one narrative.
You guarantee that our energy bills are going to be less than they are right now in 2030.
Are going to be lower, yes. That's what that is absolutely what we're about. And look, and how are we doing it? We're putting solar panels on rooftops. We are putting up onshore wind, offshore wind. Is all part of the strategy to get people's bills down. Absolutely.
OK, well, if we're all still here in 5 years, we'll play you the clip, what you just said, and we'll see where we stand. And maybe you'll be as grateful then as you just were now.
I'm sure I will.
The trajectory of energy bills does not look good for you.
All right.
We'll see.
All right, well, good luck with Sizewell. Let's switch horses here. Everybody knows that your government has just performed a huge and hugely embarrassing U-turn.
Third time's the charm. Reid guarantees voters hear it as a guarantee, not an aspirational slide in a deck. Miliband signs off on an up to 300 cut. Through merging younger pledges with the anchor's repeated flashbacks and financial constraints, the reordered discourse exposes one pressure point. Miliband's 2030 bill cut pledge. Reid and Madley trap him between previous doubt and present certainty. His response is both short-term fixes and long-term nukes. Remains the test whether voters purchase the timeline or rewind the clip in 5 years. Let us know what you think down below in the comments.